Once upon a time, Ayesha, late 20s, sitting at her cluttered desk, her eyes locked on the screen, filled with doubt. Papers and bills surround her like a sea of overwhelming responsibilities. The ticking of the clock echoes in the background, each tick heavier than the last.
You'll never make it.
The subtle, haunting whisper seems to reverberate through the room. Her phone buzzes, a new email, another reminder of her mounting workload. She exhales sharply, closing her eyes as if to drown out the noise. The weight of her self-doubt seems to press her further into her chair. The faint sound of knocking drifts in, but it feels far away, distant, like a call she's been too afraid to answer. Sunlit Cafe. Ayesha sits by the window, her coffee cooling untouched. She watches the city outside, lost in her thoughts, swirling her coffee absent-mindedly. Across from her, her friend, early 30s, leans forward, radiating confidence and ease. The friend's smile fades as she sees Ayesha's distant gaze.
You know, you talk to yourself more than anyone else.
Ayesha blinks, as if pulled back to reality. Ayesha doesn't respond, still weighed down by the critical voice in her head. Her friend reaches out, placing a hand gently on hers.
Why not try speaking kindly?
Ayesha stares at her, confused by the simplicity of the suggestion. Yet, deep down, something stirs within her. Ayesha lies in bed, the dim glow of the streetlight casting shadows across her room. Her eyes fixate on the ceiling, as if searching for answers in the cracks.
I am capable?
She furrows her brow, unsure if she believes the words she just spoke. Silence falls heavy in the room. Her old, familiar inner critic lingers, but there's a flicker of something else now. Hope, perhaps?
I can do this. I deserve success.
The next morning, Ayesha stares at her reflection. She frowns at first, but then she whispers to herself, "I am enough." Her voice wavers, but she repeats it louder, the conviction growing each time.
Ayesha struggles at the gym, her legs trembling as she runs on the treadmill. Sweat pours down her face. She's tempted to give up, but she whispers, "I can do this." Her steps become more confident, her stride lengthening. She hits send on a particularly challenging project, her eyes filled with both exhaustion and pride. For the first time, a genuine smile spreads across her face. Each small victory reinforces her growing belief. Ayesha now stands in front of her team, confidently delivering a presentation. Her eyes scan the room, no longer afraid. Her voice is steady, clear, and filled with authority.
I can face any challenge. I am worthy of success.
Her boss nods, impressed, and her team claps enthusiastically. The weight that once burdened her is now replaced with a newfound lightness. Ayesha smiles, not just because of the applause, but because she finally believes in her own words. That evening, Ayesha sits by the window, gazing out at the sprawling city below her. The sky is painted in hues of purple and gold as the sun sets. She takes a deep breath, letting the peace wash over her.
I did it.
Her phone buzzes. She glances down at a message from her friend. Text: "You've come so far. Proud of you." She smiles, leaning back, her heart swelling with pride. For the first time in years, she feels it, genuine pride in herself. The voice in her head that once held her back is now quiet, replaced with something far more powerful, belief. Now, Ayesha stands in front of a room full of eager students. She holds a marker, writing across the whiteboard in bold letters, "Speak kindly to yourself."
The way we talk to ourselves can either tear us down or lift us up. Start today by being your biggest supporter.
She pauses, looking out at the students' faces, some confused, others inspired, all listening intently.
Change your inner dialogue, and you change your life. It's that simple, and that powerful.
The faces of the students, some nodding in agreement. Ayesha watches them with a proud smile, knowing she has sparked the same change in them that she once discovered for herself. Your words have power. Make them count.